What if the world had no rules in times of war? Would chaos reign supreme? Welcome to the fascinating journey of international humanitarian law, a realm that brings order to the chaos of conflict. Let's take a step back to the mid-19th century, where our story begins. The year was 1863, the place, Geneva. A man named Henry Dunant witnessed the aftermath of the Battle of Solferino, an experience so harrowing it pushed him to propose a radical idea: a neutral organization to aid wounded soldiers, regardless of their allegiance. This idea gave birth to the Red Cross and the First Geneva Convention. The First Geneva Convention laid the groundwork for what would become international humanitarian law. It established rules for the care of wounded soldiers in the field, a revolutionary concept at the time. Fast forward to the early 20th century. The horrors of World War I prompted an expansion of these laws. The world saw the addition of 2 more Geneva Conventions, focusing on maritime warfare and treatment of prisoners of war. Then the unthinkable happened. World War II, a conflict so devastating it reshaped our understanding of warfare itself. In its aftermath in 1949, the world came together once more to expand the Geneva Conventions. 2 additional conventions were added, addressing the treatment of civilians during war and further defining the rights of prisoners of war. But the world didn't stop there. The 1970s saw the addition of 2 protocols to the Geneva Conventions, further refining and expanding the laws of war. And in the early 21st century, the Rome Statute established the International Criminal Court, creating a mechanism to hold individuals accountable for violations of international humanitarian law. Now, let's distill this journey into a few key points. International humanitarian law has its roots in the mid-19th century, sparked by the horrors of war and the vision of one man. It has since evolved through a series of conventions and protocols, each one a response to the changing nature of conflict and the lessons learned from past wars. Today, international humanitarian law encompasses 4 Geneva Conventions and their 3 additional protocols, as well as numerous other treaties and agreements. It covers a wide range of issues, from the treatment of wounded soldiers and prisoners of war to the protection of civilians and the prohibition of certain types of weapons. But perhaps the most important point is this: international humanitarian law is a reflection of our collective humanity. It is a testament to our ability to find order in chaos, to draw lines even in the heat of conflict, and to hold ourselves to a higher standard. So, the next time you hear about international humanitarian law, remember this journey. Remember the lessons of history, and remember the power of humanity to bring order to the chaos of war.